Learn about laying on of hands, Day 4, the Sacral Chakra.
Hoje é o quarto dia do nosso trabalho Aprenda em Posição de Mãos.
Today is the 4th day of our short course, Learn about laying on of hands. We will talk about the Sacral Chakra. To do that, we will show you some kinds of food. Let me show you this food, a vegetable. You will understand later what I'm going to tell you. Look, broccoli. So, now, if you look at this table, you'll see tomatoes and beans. You'll see rice and pasta. The pasta is... How do we say it? Whole grain pasta, pineapple, eggplant, potatoes. We have a wide variety of food to feed ourselves without disqualifying our energetic processing. You will understand everything in the course of our work here. Our sacral chakra is the one that works the most in the processing of foods. So, depending on the food you ingest, it will be what is used effectively for frequency works. For you to understand, if you eat meat, it is much more connected to the root chakra, and then what happens is that, when you feed yourself meat, you force your sacral chakra to work in the first frequencies, which are the frequencies that are connected to denser things, earthly things, and the vibrations are a little more challenging to be digested. When you eat vegetables, you work on a different connection. You are making your sacral chakra work in higher frequencies. Another great thing is that the crown chakra's activity becomes easier. It can mix much better with your sacral chakra. In other words, you are working with immanent energy. It provides you much better health and increases energy circulation. Our sacral chakra, due to habit, needs us eating denser things, because that is how our parents and family have taught us in the past. They thought we had to eat a lot, and it had to be something heavy. It had to be something that fills up the stomach. This is what we always did. We ate a lot of heavy things without really understanding what was better or worse. But here at CEC, we have been doing a very serious research work regarding our happiness. Happiness truly depends on what you are and what you make of yourself. It starts with our thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Our behavior includes our food, and it is very much connected to the activity of our sacral chakra. Let me explain something. Our sacral activity is to capture external energy, and it is also an activity for processing the energy that has been ingested, in this case, this physical energy, which is our food. These two kinds of energies are fundamental to us. Now, there is an important detail. Take notes. If you want to talk to me, you can do so on our website, www.centrodiestudos.org. That's where we can learn and build a good relationship together. When you ingest denser energies, you are more prone to compulsion and depression. Write it down and you can question everything. You might say, I am vegetarian, but I have depression. We will talk, and I will explain how it influences you. I am not saying this is the main factor, I am saying it ends up affecting us. So, if you eat denser food, it will connect you directly to the root chakra. and you will stay in a very primitive energetic process. In other words, your energies don't circulate the way they should. Anything you do, relating to others, for example, also happens on a much lower and denser level. You don't have that capacity for abstraction, for a calm, easy, and happy relationship, because you are pulling down to the root chakra. We are talking about the sacral chakra, but the previous one is the root chakra. That is, you cannot work on this level. We have to work our way up. Work to reach the higher chakras. It is a good idea to have an imminent nourishment. Why? Because when you do an exteriorization of energy, imagine you have a person in front of you, and you raise your hands to them. You can raise both hands, or the right or the left one only. It doesn't matter. Let's suppose that you are doing your exteriorization. When you do it, you are working with more subtle energies, and the speed of energy circulation is much higher. It's not only about food, there are obviously other factors, but that's what we are talking about now. Subtler food, subtler energies. The result is a much quicker energy circulation within you. You know, when we say we raise our hand to someone, and you suddenly have the feeling you're getting, feeling the other's energy. You may even feel the other's energy, but you certainly discard it more easily and quickly because your circulation is high. That is fundamental. Look, we are in the kitchen, and these people are cooking. Now, have a walk with me, please. Let's go there. We'll go closer to the nature, to understand what I will explain about the sacral chakra. Follow me now. Let's continue our walk to better understand the sacral chakra by being in the nature. We were talking about food. This place is called Sao Damião, and it's so beautiful. It's a place where people come to enjoy nature and to work. Let's go to the middle of those rocks, because I will make an important observation regarding the sacral chakra. Our work depends very much on the sacral chakra. Everything we do, the fact that I am here depends on it. It depends on the energy capturing we receive, for example, here from this nature. These are wonderful energies that, when we can adequately circulate them, the benefit will be very significant. I was talking earlier that the exteriorization can provide us a more significant recovery if you work with more subtle energies. So, if you look at this plant, it has a subtle type of energy. You will wonder why, and I will explain it to you. None of these plants nor these rocks that are here emit emotions. Only human beings produce emotions, and we work on the level of fear. So, it is obvious and important to know that when you do an exteriorization of energy work, laying on of hands, you shouldn't be afraid, because we get the wrong idea that you lay your hand, and the other will suck all your energy out, and, at the end of the day, you are exhausted. Obviously, there is an energy expenditure. That's why we are learning to do things in a balanced way. In doing so, several things are considered. For example, the time you exteriorize energy. It is fundamental and essential. Now, look, if you already practice laying on of hands, Reiki, Jore, or pranic healing, you may say, Moisés, but I felt something in my belly, a pain, a twinge. Why? It's simple. Your exchange activity may be being done too much in this chakra. It depends on our level of consciousness. It is where we will be more or less affected. The higher your level of consciousness, the less affected you will be because your recovery is faster. The lower your level of consciousness, the more affected you will be. People who practice laying on of hands must know how to do it. It's not just raising hands to someone, thinking spiritual supporters are at our disposal, and using our ignorance to do good for others. They may even do that, but I believe that the best work we do is the one with consciousness and knowledge. So, if I have my hands and energies at someone's disposal, I must know what I am doing so that it comes from my heart. It's not about laying our hands chatting with someone else. Look, we are talking about an emotional level of work on the sacral chakra range. When talking to someone, you are from the sacral chakra down or already in the root chakra. You can't do such a serious work, like energy giving, if you start chatting, I have already seen it, without concentration, commitment, and the necessary focus to accomplish something good. Shall we walk a little further? Let's keep going and stay focused. We are in Sao Damião. We're walking here for an important reason. It's for you to know the place that intends to be a reference for spirituality at some point. Not to be better than anybody else, that's not what I'm saying, but a reference in the sense that all the people who come here, we welcome them regardless of any belief. We are all human beings that could work together and create a spiritual knowledge that frees us from things and beliefs we have already created. I, like you, have been going through this path of reincarnation, and have probably done so many wrong things I couldn't even count. But now, I am thankful to have this little bit of consciousness. I still need to improve a lot, though. In this place, we can use these energies for healing. That is fundamental. How is it going to be used for healing? We will practice and have designated places to do so. This work that I am offering you, this little knowledge means that we can raise our hands to all the people on earth. Raising hands without weapons, only hands. This is the meaning of life, to be a little better. Going back to the topic, when you work with your sacral chakra, the number of rays is higher than the root chakra. It has 6 rays. It means that it works with 6 frequency bands. Each ray has a different range of frequencies. The range we work with can determine whether we feel better or worse when doing exteriorization. It's good to know. If you are working with your consciousness on the lowest part, it means you are much more in the root chakra than the sacral. You will suffer the consequences of this energy level. When in a relationship, and one always affects the other, we must affect each other positively, in order to get good results too. When you begin laying on of hands, if you have headache, you will see it goes away. If you have a body ache, you will see it goes away. Why? Because you are circulating energy, and the sacral chakra captures these energies. If you do it with an open heart, you will have a very high circulation. It is very productive and powerful. Do you want to know how powerful the sacral chakra is? Do you know people who have compulsions? They need energy. They can't resist because the power of their sacral chakra is so high they are forced to buy something, even if it doesn't serve them. They end up buying chocolate over and over again. Why? Because that's the power of the sacral chakra. Chakras have to do with our reality and life. We have to learn about it. Our needs, which are endless, have to do with the sacral chakra. It is nothing but energy pulling. Then, in the end, you can't handle a part of your body, an energy fulcrum that is very powerful. It looks like a black hole. It consumes all the energy that's in the environment. That is why when you arrive somewhere, you feel, wow, the environment feels heavy. I felt a weight, or cramps. Why? Because your sacral chakra reads the environment and consumes energy. It is an energy capturing chakra. It is afferent. When I say afferent, I mean that it captures energy most of the time. I'm not saying it only captures, but it does so most of the time. You can have very good perceptions of everything around you and need to use that. The purpose of talking about these things is to add some knowledge to identify what happens at the moment of laying on of hands. You will do it, and with knowledge about chakras, you can see if you are with most of your activity in the root chakra, or in the sacral, or even in the heart chakra. So, this is important, and it's something we have to do well, with the most knowledge possible. That is why I am talking so much about chakras. Today is the 4th day. It's about the sacral chakra. You can also send me a message and ask your question. We have a website and channels on YouTube. We talk a lot about astral projection, and you can join this work. This is a non-profit work. Everyone working here is a volunteer, just like me, hoping to make this world a better place, and eliminate all defenses and emotional armaments. Our physical armament was once an emotional one. We have to make this world better, with peace and tranquility. I think it demands effort. You can't just say, let's change the world. As Gandhi said, if you want to change the world, you must start within yourself, you can't change the other. Begin in yourself, reviewing yourself. That is fundamental. So, this knowledge of spirituality, chakras, and energies is essential to our life, because whoever dominates their energies also dominates their own life. Your life will improve, you will be happier, and you won't depend on others. By the way, the idea is that everyone becomes independent and adds more and more knowledge. Do you want to see something interesting about chakras we often observe here at CEC? It's important to learn about everything. How to paint, play an instrument, write, go on a walk, handcraft, bricklaying, whatever possible.
Faça caminhada, aprenda a trabalhar artesanalmente, aprenda a assentar tijolo, tudo que você puder aprender, você está.
Then, you create new frequencies or train those you brought from another life in an activity that adds to your growth and evolution. That's important. Like all the others, our sacral chakra adapts to situations, so if you feed it with very dense energies, when you exteriorize energy, that is the kind of energy you will emit. You can't eat very heavy food and think that the energy going out of you is light. You would need a lot of competence to transform this type of energy. If you drink alcohol before doing laying on of hands, your energies will certainly be incompatible. One thing that happens a lot is when someone is addicted or use drugs, they feel euphoria. For example, do you smoke? That moment of smoking is euphoria, just a little, but it's better than how you were before. Chocolate. It's also sacral chakra. It gives you a mini euphoria, which is better than how you were before. Then, if you move on to drugs, they affect different chakras. If you take LSD, the lysergic acid will affect your crown chakra. If you smoke marijuana, it affects the base and sacral chakras. You may think how you can know that. You will have to follow this path, the work we propose here. Our job is to learn how to have lucid astral projections, and have perceptions provided by our chakras, and we never use them. We must be aware of it. An important thing you will be able to use when you lay your hands is the first feeling you have. If you felt something that wasn't very good, then you must learn further, because it can be the person's very dense energies that are generated, or it can also be their companions that do not accept this work, or they do, but they are still very primitive. It can be numerous situations. The person can have a difficulty related to you. So, this first reading is essential because only laying on of hands may often not resolve the person's disposition. That is why it is necessary to have a little talk beforehand. It helps a lot. Be friendly, say your name and what you are about to do, so that the person feels safer and at ease. It's fundamental. We're creating a learning path of laying on of hands that we hope to make us keep going, getting benefits and rewards. Today, we are talking about the sacral chakra. Next, it will be the solar plexus chakra. You will discover why you are angry, and why somebody suddenly gets out of control and commits a crime. We'll keep moving up, and after, it is the heart chakra. You will know why people have continuity and what we can do with that chakra. You will also discover that we can only love if we have this chakra in activity. We will talk about all of them. Today, we focused on the sacral chakra. You can find the address of our website and our social networks in the description of this video. Follow us and don't hesitate to send us questions, so we can learn and grow together and make this work truly worth something. I care a lot about what we say and do to one another. We must bring something positive. That's important. I have to thank all the people who are helping me. I couldn't do anything if I didn't have a team as good and fantastic as I have. You may ask, how much do you pay them? I will owe them for several lifetimes because everything they have done here has been from the heart and goodwill. Today, we're recording this video with everyone's help. Everything is done from the heart. It's a work that all of us want you to be included in, for you to join this intention, which is the intention of love, for sure. We will see you on the 5th day. We will talk about the solar plexus chakra, and you can join us. Visit our website, follow us on social media, or if you prefer you can send us a message by WhatsApp. We'll meet on day 5.
Would you like to participate in a work of energy giving from afar that is benefiting thousands of people? Click on the link below for more information.